Hello there, my fellow Minecraft nerds, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft from the Dudecraft Java single-player survival Let's Play world. I am the dude of Minecraft, Mojo Roberts 2600, and this is episode 3. Last time out, we worked on building up an iron farm and getting a villager trading hall started. Yes, I know this is all going to change with Minecraft 1.14, but for right now, we have a functioning iron farm producing a lot of iron, and we have many villagers to trade with. I was able to get my hand on some mending books. But I've been living down here. This has been my home, basically, and today I would like to change that. So let me just hop into bed here so we can get this thing started. And you awaken feeling rested. But first... that song always gets me ready to do stuff. So I'm up here on the surface, and I've sort of changed where my stairway comes up from the branch mine down below. And I've decided I'd like the stairway to come up right inside of the house I'm going to build right here. And so I'm going to get this started. I realize I'm going to place this a little bit close to the iron farm. However, that's going to change in the future because the iron farm will not be permanent. When I do make the switch to 1.14, more than likely this iron farm will be coming down and I will be moving the villagers off somewhere else. Now the inspiration I'm using for this build is actually from a previous world that I had. If you had seen the video entitled The Three Sisters, this is going to be along the lines of one of those houses that I constructed in my PlayStation survival world. So I'm starting out by constructing one of these above ground basements, if you will. With cobblestone, and it's going to be supported on the corners by dark oak logs. And just work in a little door here. I like to kind of off-center the door and build it up a little bit. Yeah, that's not bad. I had originally gotten the inspiration for this build from Googling images of medieval style houses, and so I noticed a lot of them had this sort of above ground cobblestone sort of feel to the first level, and then up above that is where the house was actually built. So I'm going for something like that. I plan on keeping the lower cobblestone room as my storage area so we can start organizing. Right now I've got my stuff in about 6 or 8 chests scattered around here, and that's not going to work for the long haul, so let me just continue building this. And I'm sort of building a shelf along the outside here because you'll notice in a lot of these medieval style builds that the second floor and the third floors are sometimes bigger and longer than the floors beneath them, and they're supported up there by stilts or logs. So that's what we're going for here. And I've got to say, it's getting a lot more natural moving around with the keyboard and mouse. As some of you may know, that I used to play on the PlayStation 4 version for a very long time, and I've never really played PC games. But it's getting more natural. I knew it would. I'm likely never going to be as awesome as I was with the PlayStation controller, but it's starting to feel more like home to me, so it's kind of nice. Up here on the second floor, I'm going to be adding some logs into the corners, and we're using dark oak logs for all of this. And we're going to make the second floor, of course, a little wider and longer than the floor beneath it. So let me just finish dropping these corner poles in here, and I want to kind of step back and take a look and make sure it's kind of the shape that we're going for. So let me run over here and jump down. Not bad. Okay, the last time I built this house I had access to bone block. I'm still relatively early game. I haven't come across a skeleton spawner yet, and I don't have that much bones built up. So instead of using the bone blocks, I've gone ahead and collected some white concrete, and as you can see, this is what I'm going for here. I'd like to support these logs up above with some stilts coming down, and I'll just work this out here. I think I'm going to have to put a half slab in between there so it all connects. Let me step back in. That's what I'm going for. You can sort of see this thing beginning to take shape. I like the direction this is going so far, but I think one thing I would like to change is that this door should be a little bit more off to the left side here, so I'm going to knock this out. I like the style that it's going for, with the little chunky cobble sort of jutting out from under the overhangs. But I would like the doors to be right up against this wall as I come in. So let me work this, sort of do the same style thing that I had done there before, just one block to the left. That works for me. Another thing that I've sort of decided is I don't like the way this post comes down and is directly up against this other log. I would like to be able to walk between the stilt coming down and the corner log from the first floor. So I'm going to sort of change things here. And these logs are not going to remain flush with the white walls. I'm going to change things up just a little bit here if I can. I think knock this out. Moving these support logs on the second floor out a block away from the white wall is going to sort of give it more depth. I think it's going to feel a lot better. It's going to look a lot more natural, believable. So I'm going to end up moving this just like this, what you see here. And here is where I'm going to bring the stilts down. And as you can see, it gives me a little bit more room between the walls of the first floor. I'm using a little bit of cobblestone wall action right here around the doorway. And I'm going to place some torches on top, and I want to take a look here. I think that's exactly what I was going for. This is a lot better than where the door was. I've been spending some time off camera, and I'm bringing up a bunch of junk that's loaded into the chest down below, and as you can see, I've started by placing in a floor in here and getting a bunch of chests going, getting them labeled up. And I would like to start placing all of my inventory into these chests, consolidate everything that I have scattered all over the place, and start a little bit of organization. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need is a bit more concrete, and if you're wondering the Mojo Roberts technique for gathering concrete, this is it right here. I like to stand up in the water, pillar way up, pillaring, 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 pillaring. And I realize this may not be the best way, but it is my way, and it's the way that I like to do it. I like to get up here and drop a bucket of water. Wait a second, pick up the bucket of water. Wait another second for the water to go down, and then zip this down. As you can see, things are getting a little bit more detailed down on the first floor. I've added in some windows and framed them with some stairs. And I think I like the way it looks. It's pretty cool. I realize that there's chests there behind the windows. You can't actually use the windows, but they do let in a little bit of light during the daytime. And as you can see, I'm getting a little bit more organized here, adding in some more labels for all these chests. But I have an idea. I'm going to grab out some cobblestone here, because something that could add a little bit more detail here is if I break these bottom pieces of fence posts out and replace them with cobblestone walls. I think I'm going to like this right here. Back upstairs here, I'm using some dark oak planks, and I'm sort of framing in where the windows are going to be. And hopefully it breaks up some of the feeling on the front of the house when you're looking at it. It sort of separates the areas, and as you can see here, it looks pretty good. I am pretty happy with the way that looks. Alright, let's get on to the next part. Okay, I'm way up here on the top of the house, perched precariously as I hold down shift, because what we're going to start doing now is building the roof. We are in the home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. So you'll notice that I moved the logs away from the wall by one block like I described I was going to do. And even one block further out from that, I'm placing the... speed it up here as I run these dark oak stairs along the outside here. And then up above, yes, right up above here, you can see that I'm going to place dark oak stairs here to so that there's sort of an overhang. It's almost a 2-block overhang from the wall, but I feel like this is going to give the house more of a realistic feel with the large overhangs. Now that I've sort of given myself a guideline with where I'm going with the roof, I'm going to put in some wood trim along the top edge of the inside of the second floor. And hopefully, as I watch the moon rise in super fast motion here, this will be the last time that I have to see the moon rise from the inside of my house. Saturday night's all right for what, ladies and gentlemen? Fighting. Yes, fighting zombies. The sun rises on another beautiful Minecraft day, and it's time to finish this thing off. Let's get to work. Ready? Watch this parkour. Hooah! Excellent. Free your mind. I'm up here to add in a little bit of detail around this window on the 3rd floor, and I'm going to use some dark oak trapdoors and sort of frame in how this window sits. And I really like this technique. I've been using it a lot lately. As you can see, I no longer have to live in the mines, ladies and gentlemen. I'm willing to call this project complete. As you can see, I've added in some detail with some bushes out front, of course with some hidden torches and things, and I'm going to get working on that a little bit more. But I've worn out a path here and added in some cobblestone and some mossy cobblestone, and it leads directly into my house. So as we go in here, I can show you that for the most part, I've got to add in a few more chests, but I've got everything labeled up and a place for everything and everything in its place. My little clipboard on the wall to tell me the projects I need to get working on. As we head upstairs here. Up here on the 2nd floor, I've got my collection of maps and a couple chests there for my special things. There's my bed with a clock on the wall and a little double smelter action off to the side. And then up here on the 3rd floor, I've got some chests lined up for my potion brewing and also my enchanting station. And I've got to gather a few more bookshelves for that. And beyond that, I've put another portal back there on the far wall. And I think this place came out pretty well. I'm very pleased with how it came out, honestly. So there's just a few more things on the interior here to take care of, but those will have to come at a later time because for today I'm willing to call this project done, ladies and gentlemen. It has been wonderful building this house and showing you what I'm doing. But this is Mojo Roberts 2600 from the Dudecraft Java server saying see ya.